Alright, and the week after that, we got a great interview with Sal Rinauro. So, catch that on the 5th, I believe. Alright, I believe we're done putting ourselves over. Right, Scooter?
I would say so.
Well, it's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with some news. Um, One of the bigger pieces of news, I'd say, we finally got it. El Hijo El Vikino versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
The dream
yeah.
match.
I, I mean, I actually heard how they were pronouncing it. El Hijo de Vikingo.
Bless you.
Like,
Um,
Vikingo? Really? Vikingo?
did you dream of Vikino, Scooter?
Uh, I did not.
I definitely, when I was watching the match. I'm being mean, but it was not. It was actually a good match. So, congratulations to him for finally being known in the United States. Somebody that wishes that he wasn't maybe as well known in the United States. CM Punk is back in the news, so it's got to be Tuesday, right?
Yep.
It's believed that he wants to make amends, whatever that may mean, and come back to AEW and finish out his contract. Scooter, do you think that this is any truth to it? Is it, if it is true, if there is any truth to it, do you believe that there is genuine regret and from CM Punk and that he does want to make amends?
Mm, no, not in the slightest.
You think he just wants to finish out his contract so he could get his money and leave?
Yeah, basically.
You think we'll see him on WWE TV after his contract with ended with AEW is done?
I actually plan to see him on the street corner with a sign that says, "We'll bump for food."
Was he next to the the bar that the botanicals bartend?
Kentucky Fried Frankie?
Hmm. I'm assuming you saw the Instagram post, right?
What Instagram post?
From CM Punk that he soon deleted that said that Dave Meltzer and Chris Jericho are liars.
Uh, I mean, I don't think they needed a post for that.
No, but it's the first time he kind of called somebody out since um, Double or Nothing. I don't know where this is leading, or maybe that it may be a work because it kind of feels like it might be. But hopefully we'll see him back on AEW TV, and he could produce some good shit for them and actually boost their ratings. And a perfect world. No,
Well, here's hoping.
yeah. Alright. Since our last episode, a new person was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and that is Andy Kaufman. Um, Finally, a celebrity that you say, yeah, that makes sense, right?
I mean, I've been saying it for how many times now? For many years
Yeah.
that Kaufman was a no brainer.
I mean, we just need Lopper in there, and it's kind of the two people that were the catalyst of projecting wrestling into the era that we know now.
Well, the question is, uh, can is uh, will Jerry be well enough to induct him?
That's right.
I I don't think he will be. Um, I think
Jimmy Hart.
they're gonna have to. That's exactly what I was going to say. Jimmy Hart. Um, I mean, unless they shell out bucks and uh, get Jim Carrey or Courtney Love. You know what? I would even say they probably even have a better shot of getting Paul Giamatti.
Hmm. I think Paul Giamatti is a better call than Courtney Love. Oh,
Um,
wait. I know who could induct him. Black China. There you go.
um, uh, there could be dang it, Bob Zamuda, the Kaufman's friend and compatriot, who would be the other one dressing up as Tony Clifton when Kaufman was on stage. So maybe we get somebody dressed up as Tony Clifton.
But who's actually going to accept the honor? Does Andy Kaufman have kids?
Oh, no, he does not.
So
His
who's
wife, his wife is still very much alive.
okay? So that was the acceptee, I suppose.
Um, I it I would honestly think if they can put a cameraman close to him, then Jerry will accept it for him.
Hmm. Uh, would you want Jay Lawler to accept it for him? I feel like it should be somebody that was, personal to him, that was a family member or
Andy Kaufman was the absolute biggest fan of Jerry Lawler.
true.
People seem to, people seem to overlook that. Um, we said, Jim Carrey, Paul Giamatti, Bob Zamuda, dressed up as Tony Clifton. Uh, Hell, maybe you get Danny DeVito from Taxi.
Oh, that might work.
Um, there's a lot that can be done with this because Kaufman, for he touched so many people for you know from both wrestling and comedy. He was truly the first Hollywood entertainer to cross that boundary.
That he was.
And now that I even think about it more, I think it should be Danny DeVito. Uh, he was in Man on the Moon, and was on Taxi with Kaufman. So,
That he was. Now, as it stands right now, there are three inductees into the WWE Hall of Fame: Rey Mysterio, the Great Muta, and Andy Kaufman. Two of which never actually competed in WWE in no shape, way, or form.
uh, uh, it depends on how you look at yeah, how the match between Kaufman and Lawler.
What do you mean? Because
I
that was
mean,
in
it
Memphis.
happened. Yes, it was in Memphis. It was part of Jim Crockett. Um, but it was also right around uh, the same time where when Black Sunday happened, when Crockett got bought out. Um,
So he could be associated with WCW?
no, he can't. No, it's Mid South. I bel I believe that you can't associate Kaufman with the WWF.
Because he made like one appearance on their TV just
Mc,
in the
I
crowd?
mean, yeah, McMahon Senior. I can't remember if McMahon Senior was high. It was all four the for all four Kaufman coming in.
He was not, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But let let's just put it out there. Muda and Kaufman are not really associated with WWE. They're associated with wrestling, absolutely, but not WWE specifically. How do you feel about two of your three Hall of Famers this year not having too much correlation with the actual product?
Uh, I guess we'll say it. We'll wait on uh, who's left to be inducted, and I think I think I might want to. I I would wait just to see who could be considered.
Well,
I mean, uh, I mean,
as it stands right now, Rey Mysterio does speak English to the point that they have to dub over him Spanish. Um,
only if they're showing it on Netflix, though.
right. Muda only speaks Japanese, and you technically need a Ouija board to talk to Andy Kaufman. So like this is going to be the shortest Hall of Fame ever. Like if we're out of there in 20 minutes, it would probably be a lot.
But there's been a whole mystery. The myth about whether or not Andy is still alive. And if you've seen Man on the Moon, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, but 1 year after Kaufman died, uh, someone dressed as Tony Clifton, more than likely Bob Zamuda, showed up at the Comedy Store in L.A. and the audience kept chanting for Andy. They were saying, like, we want to see Andy. And Zamuda's response, or Tony Clifton's response was, you guys want to see Andy? Anybody got a flashlight and a couple of shovels? Oh, man. And let's not forget that, Kaufman also comes from, the same area of Long Island that me, Jack Thompson, come from as well. Um, yeah, my father also worked on Man on the Moon.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, he actually was Jim Carrey's driver for a bit.
Interesting. But
Yeah.
another interesting thing is it's rumored that Braun Breaker and Cameron Grimes are going to debut on the Raw after Mania. Um, Cameron Grimes is a long time coming, honestly. He needed to
I mean,
be on,
especially with his new look.
which is unrecognizable, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but again, it's a long time coming. He needs to be on that show, and I see him being very successful because he's a very likable character, and I see him doing well. Um, Braun Breaker. As of right now, um, over a little over 6,000 tickets were sold for Stand and Deliver, and I can imagine most of that wasn't because Braun Breakers was fighting Carmelo Hayes. Does NXT take a really big blow if Braun Breaker goes to the main roster?
Uh, I don't think so. Uh, I mean, they can really make anyone into a star in NXT if they just try.
Oh, and you don't think that they're actually trying?
I think some of them have um some natural chemistry.
So you think that Last Legend, if given the chance, could be a top tier, bigger than the Four Horsewomen type talent?
No,
My points exactly.
but you're saying every person on the roster is Last Legend.
I would say everybody,
See, it doesn't sound good when somebody's putting words in your mouth.
but I mean, when there's more grass than green grass in your company, like NXT, than actual stars that people actually want to see, don't you need to have those people in those spots until you do actually find somebody that you know will absolutely draw the same as that person, or at least something equated to it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That being said, is Brian Baker actually ready to be on the main roster?
Uh,
Your silence
hmm.
speaks volumes.
That remains to be seen.
I mean, where would he actually fit well that people would actually believe him? And he's not exactly, 100% a great wrestler at this point. He still has a lot of growing to do.
Oh,
I think Cameron
maybe
Grimes needs to make his
maybe
debut and leave Von Baker where he
yes.
is.
Uh, I mean, you could put Breaker in a vest and call him the Vestler. Ah,
And that's your dad joke of the night. Alright, Brad Maddox resurfaced. Remember that guy? Uh,
oh my God, that's so funny
he,
because
yeah,
oh man, on Wednesday night I have Dynamite on. I'm watching the Tony Storm versus Blue Sky,
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue, Blue Sky, whatever, motherfucker. And part of me just wants to put out a tweet congratulating AEW on their signing of Brad Maddox.
Well, he did an interview, and he said during his time with WWE, he had a porn and sex addiction. Which is kind of odd to which
No.
is kind of odd to say because the Banger Bros weren't a thing, and that's your other joke of the night. All right, that's the news because we got
uh, uh, more news.
okay.
Uh, it is official. Naomi is no longer under contract.
As far as I know, she never was.
Uh, no, she's been flat out. Uh, really, she has no more ties to the WWE. She's even posted a trademark for her post WWE name. Uh,
I
and
believe it
there,
was
and she's
Trinity
going
Store.
Trinity Star. Um,
Continue.
yep. Let's say the copyright was made through the help of the gimmick attorney Michael Dawkins for all merchandise included here within, uh, and entertainment in the nature of wrestling contests. Uh, uh, in fact, yesterday, Naomi herself told a fan that she was no longer with the WWE, despite the website still listing her as a superstar.
You think Naomi regrets her decision of walking out with Sasha Banks?
Yeah, I can't imagine her not regretting it. Like, she may have thought she was, striking a blow for women's wrestling, and but she was following in the footsteps of a brat throwing a tantrum.
Right. And there were so many strikes on her to begin with. It's just kind of if she's going to make these types of problems, then we're probably better off without her.
And I hate to bring this into this discussion because it should not be an issue, but I'm not sure if Naomi herself realized how crucial she actually was to the women's division, uh, since 2016. I mean, being one of the few African American female wrestlers in WWE today.
That could actually
Uh,
call herself a former WWE Women's Champion.
that's true. But yeah, well, when we saw her, Naomi would do the appearances and put in the work for Black History Month, for Women's History Month, and she she would go and give motivational talks to young girls, and it's like, okay, you know,
I mean, as good as
the,
Oh, continue.
Part of me is also wondering if Naomi felt like she couldn't compete with Bianca.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, but it did feel like whatever she did, it was never really whatever WWE did for her. It was never really good enough for her. They whatever WWE actually did do for her, it was honestly just to keep her fans happy and quiet because it didn't interfere with anything that they were doing in the main card, which was uh I whatever it was at that time. But you know, they literally brought her back at WrestleMania last year at WrestleMania to win the tag team championships. I mean, yes, those championships mean next to nothing, but they put those titles on her to make her happy, to make her fans happy, and it wasn't enough. So, I mean, where do you go with that? Well, we put titles on her. We gave her WrestleMania matches. We're giving her the sky. We're not giving her the moon, but we're giving her the sun. And but it's not good enough for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, uh, it's like the saying goes: "Shoot for the moon," because at least if you miss, you'll still be among the stars.
Right. Well, I don't know who's gonna pick her up. AEW seems like a wasted opportunity. Um, Impact, that might be something.
Uh,
But she's definitely
uh,
not going to Stardom.
nope. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes Moné is doing everything she can to prevent Naomi from being hired by Stardom.
Yeah, she's hard to work with. I was minding my business backstage in WWE, and she said we're walking out, and I just followed her.
I, I mean, she did the same thing with me, but you know, I was taking a piss in the men's room when she said it to me.
Will you
I'm like,
stop?
what? I'm like, this is a men's room, right? She's like, I don't care, we're walking out. I'm like, but I only sell hot dogs. I don't care, we're walking out. I'm like, would you like a foot long? And
Will,
she's like, no, they make me uncomfortable.
will you stop it?
Stupid sexy Flanders.
Alright, I believe that is the news for right now. Um,
Yes.
and
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.